Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This message is going to be a collective message, and it's going to be for the 23rd new moon in Sagittarius, the 23rd. So here we go. Sagittarius is the archer, and Sagittarius energy is about exploration. It is about individuals who actually go into counseling professions, therapy. They become law um, students, law providers in all different areas. They also are the preacher. They study the theology aspects, and some of them go into spirituality, metaphysics, and those type of areas. On a broader level, they are known as an expansive type of energy. In your health, you watch what you eat during Sagittarius's transit, because um, you can get wider around the hips, because the Sagittarius energy, it ruminates around the hips. Some people will, have sciatic nerve challenges out of the blue. And they'll think that something has happened to them, but sometimes it's just that transit with Sagittarius. The lower back might hurt. Um, Yeah, so here's your cards. Those are some things that you can look at, but what could you profit from in this transit as a collective is joy, prayer. Sagittarian energy is about meditation and prayer, because it is a philosophy energy. Things to watch for as well is mm, overexcitement, overzealousness concerning the exploration of relationships, sexually. This energy is like fire energy, so it likes to explore in those areas as well. What else, Kim? All right, let's just pull some cards for you guys. Okay, so Aquarius energy collaborations is what's going to come up during this time with this new moon in Sagittarius. The collaboration will be one to one or group to group. The water pouring into someone else's water is like the Holy Spirit pouring into you, and you're pouring into others. So there's an equal give and take here, okay? And that means that if you're not used to equal give and take, well, whatever kept you from that, you want to learn to get into the mix with um, the new moon, because the new moon is requiring equal give and take. The people matter. This is like we the people for the people, where the money sign on the on the money or the dollar bill says we the people for the people, but the people have to be for themselves in order for those that call themselves being for the people can be for the people, because the people have to know what they want. I hope you understand. So if you're led by someone that knows what they want rather than you knowing what you want and getting what you want, you'll always be in that hurting mentality. So we are looking at that being something that's going to change for people in this new moon of Sagittarius, okay? Because Sagittarius being a energy for the preacher means that the preacher must listen to his flock, not a flock that is overzealous, but also blend into the flock and allow his flock to be creative with the things that are coming about in the flock. That means that the flock begins to have a mindset, okay? Here's the next card, Sagittarius new moon, and the Sagittarius card comes up, number 9. It's the ninth house, by the way. So you look at your chart and find out what is in the ninth house, what planets is in your natal chart, and then you can see what you should be working on. Also, you can look at your transiting chart and see what you're working on, because that will tell you what you need to actually focus on to make changes in, or to expand in. Like, people will be expanding businesses because it's an expansion energy, but everything about Sagittarius does not need to expand, like gossiping or over committing ourselves to things. We have to be mindful with this energy. So the Sagittarius energy is here, and it's saying that, yeah, I'm here. I have an arrow, and I'm going to shoot the arrow at the goal that I am thinking of, or that I've been working on. And it's also saying that I need to be focused, okay? Because it can expand into so many different areas that it will lose focus. All right. So here is your third card. And this is a midheaven energy. So people that have a midheaven in Sagittarius and the new moon will benefit from it. There's a kingdom mindset that's coming forth and the influence of positive energy. But for those that don't understand their power to influence, and their influence is only self-oriented, what will happen is you can lose this perspective and the energy to forge forward, or even to build the collaborations that are upon you or around you, because the energy is pulling in collaborations from the midheaven. And so, as so above, so below. So if your heaven is empty, or you have no thoughts or goals imagined for your spiritual heavenly thoughts, meaning your imagination or your meditation has no thoughts of heavenly production, then that's what you will have in the earth. But if you begin to look at as it is in heaven, so it is in earth, you'll begin to see manifestations in this energy of the new moon. The new moon is bringing forth new thoughts and ideas, but you want to manage those new thoughts and ideas, those new relationships. You want to really look at them for what they're worth. You want to discern whether it is past or present that you're working with. Along with that, you want to discern, because we have Aries retrograde in Gemini, and this is a 2-year trance. So 2 years ago, Aries was retrograde in, I think it was in Taurus. And so whatever was going on 2 years ago, when Aries was retrograde, there's a review there. New people are coming into your life, but there could be people from your past, professionally, and relationship wise, that will be coming back in. You just want to check and make sure that it's for your good, and it's this energies that are coming in, they are measuring up to where you have evolved. And if you haven't evolved, then you want to begin to look at your evolution, because Aries retrograde is an inner energy that's reflecting on fears and worries and anxiety and frustration. And those are energies that will come up at this time with Sagittarius, because, with this new moon, because there's things to release and let go of. Aries is also a fire sign. And so that fire mixed with the Sagittarian energy, if it's not knowledgeable of itself, as in know thyself, what will happen is that you can lose perspective of how you're responding and reacting with others. You're triggered, and you can lose some footing, because it's not a time for arguments. You can talk yourself out of something because you begin to speak things out of anger. You can take money, you can take material away from yourself just by your tongue, because you begin to speak in a way that you're letting people know that you don't care what they think, for instance, and that you don't need them. Well, we all need each other. So let's be mindful of how Aries is speaking through us. And any of those thoughts of Aries where you feel like you don't need anyone, reevaluate that, because everyone needs someone in the world. All right. Everyone needs someone as they are elevating. Everyone needs someone to help them elevate. And so when you listen to words of positive, realize when Aries is trying to abort your elevation, that Aries energy in you that may not have matured to the place where you want to be, and accept that you are loved and you are, assisted on the path, because Aries is I before it becomes I am in that first house. So I'm putting these two together because this is what the card said. You build your heaven on earth, you build your hell on earth. You build your heaven in heaven and you build a hell in heaven. How do you do that? By the way you think and you see. You change your perspective. You're accountable for these aspects of our life. We all are. And yes, we're not taught this, but at least there's someone and some people that are forging ahead to teach us that we are the creator of our worlds. Yes, there is God within us, higher mind, source, Jesus, whatever you call it. No disrespect, but there is the connection that we must make with these higher powers that we call on in order to change ourselves. We can't just sit here and just say that Jesus is the source of my life, yet we're cussing people out. And yes, it happens, but it's a notice to say that, oh wow, I keep doing that. I need to change my behavior. This fire energy will be prevalent. It's an exciting energy, but it's an energy that you want to balance out so that you don't overdo it with the other aspects that's going on in our charts. Okay, so you guys be blessed for this new moon and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye bye.